Have I succeeded? Some may say so. Obviously not for me. Because there's so much out there, and there's so much outside that box that I need to take advantage of. But I need to set the stage for it. And setting the stage is to make you better. The better I make you, and the more you develop, is the more I can get from you. This is the idea of Gen X. You have not failed even if your business did not flourish. You have become far better people. You will become far better employees. That if you have failed in the business that you wanted to, and I employ you, you would understand when I say to you, get to work on time. Produce as much as you can. And you need to do more than you are doing. A lot of employees do not understand it because they haven't tried it, they haven't failed. But you are not a failure. You are just going to become a far better employee and excel. It is not failure. There is nothing like failure. There is experiences, and from those experiences, you could only become better. Was it just a nice uphill for me to be where I am today? Do you think that it's just that because I have money that I'm just giving away right now? The PM said that it's a hard time. And if it's a hard time for the country and the government, who is me for my not to say it's hard? But I want to show that in the hardest times, and when we believe it's the roughest, is when we need to go out and help each other. And if we help each other, then we could see that we will all grow together. We will not stay, and the economy will not stay so. We could see that in 3 years, 5 years' time, St. Lucia is the best in the Caribbean for upward lift. Are we seeing it? And are we going to take advantage of it? Are we going to prepare ourselves to be there when it comes? The young people have been doing some lectures in school and speeches in school. And for some reason, I cannot find any motivation in 99% of them. They go to school because they have to go to school. There's no sense of belonging. There's no sense of understanding what am I doing. I'm existing. How can we change it? And with Gen X and with the other programs, I hope that with those programs we could educate. And with the constant education, that some people will take it and become the best they can be. The potential that we have is stuck up inside of us, and we want somebody to push us to it. Even if we push you, it will not be a quarter of what you're capable of. You need to bring it out of yourselves. You have it. Did I have what I'm doing today? No. And what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I may not know anything about it. But I'm going to look for the opportunities, and I'm going to learn. And I'm going to train myself. I'm going to make sure that I try to take the advantage of whatever is out there. You can do it too. And you could do it far better than I did, in far less time than I did, because I didn't have the technology and the opportunity that you are enjoying now. What can I say? Take advantage of it. OPSR launched the Big Start yesterday. That's another project that's in the making to encourage people to do for themselves. With a number of projects, OPSR is going to put on their website all those projects that are going to help people to becoming better, to be developing your own selves. Is it that we're going to continue saying that there's no help? That nobody cares about us? Of course nobody cares about us if we don't care about ourselves. There's nothing good out there if we can't see good. Things are as good as we see them, and they're as bad as we see them. A number of people look at economies and say things are bad. They're not bad. They're excellent. Better than they've ever been in my lifetime. Because of the opportunity that are in front of us. That all those people who choose to just put their hands down, I'm just looking for those little holes to just fit in. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Don't you see it too? Am I the only one, or am I just dumb that I'm seeing something that's not there? Questions for you to think about. But they are there. I see them and I want to take advantage of them. And I'm not going to say the government is not helping, and my mother is not helping, and my boss is not good, or the guy who I worked for didn't pay me. Coke said it. He got less pay than he worked for. More people did not pay him than he got paid for. That's what it's going to be like until you pass that stage, and then you're going to get what you want. Did I get what I want? I'm far from what I want. Far from what I want. And will I get what I want? Maybe someday, but I have to continually work at getting it. If I sit down, it will just not happen. I don't want to continue too long because all has been said already. But I want to say a special thank you to my staff. I've been blessed with excellent staff. People who go out of their way to make sure things happen. And I get the praise for what's going on. And if I said to you that I had no idea what was going on here today, and I never saw her, and when the Gen X applicants came in, I didn't have time to see them or say hello to them. And when the judging was going on, and when everything to do with Gen X was going on, I had little or nothing to do with it. Would anybody believe me? But I didn't. And it was those staff that I have that made it possible. Stayed up nights, had meetings constantly, and continued and ensured that what I was seeing became a reality. And that's good, that we need people behind us to make it happen. And if we believe that we could do it on our own, it just won't happen. It just will not happen. And the more we develop people, it's the more that we're going to get good people. But special thanks to Navita. I know she worked so hard. She got vexed with Closel a number of occasions, nearly exploded because they wanted to make it happen. And when they couldn't find Earl on the phone, they would send him nasty emails to say come, because they wanted to make it happen. That's the kind of motivation. It looked bad, it appeared bad, but you know what? They made it happen. They drove home to ensure that it happened. This is what we are to do, and this is what it says. That what we have done here is that just showed me how much more I can get out of my people, how much better they are. So in giving, I have gotten something more than I would ever know if it was not for this. And it confirms my first statement. You cannot light up another's path without brightening your own. And I think my path is brighter than I ever thought that it would have ever been after this Gen X program. Thank you very much.